Hey. What's good, y'all? We over here getting ready. Doing a little warm up real quick.
How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I forgot my mug. Hold on.
How's everybody doing? How is everybody doing? I hear the delay play. Check. When we talk or anything like that, I hear the playback with like 30 seconds.
In your ear?
Yeah.
Test. Let's see if we can figure that out. Hey, everybody. Hey. Welcome back to another week of America's Mind. I'm Jamal Williams.
You heard it?
Yep. But you still got to do your intro though.
We home. Hey.
We home.
Hey.
Let me try to figure out Chris's headset issues that he's having.
I told y'all, man. We just dive in, man.
Why would you? Is that connected to your?
Wait.
There's no way you're hearing. Yeah, that's your tablet, bro. You'll be blaming your technical issues on me. Sheesh.
I'm like telling him about, hey man, I hear the feedback.
Like I hear it too. That's your tablet.
It is me because I tried to get in the chat and it's playing from the iPad. Jamal about to rip through all of this stuff. Like, man, wait a minute, what's going on?
Y'all seen that?
Y'all seen me.
That? Trying to blame it on me.
No, I wasn't blaming you, but
I don't know.
But all right, let's do the intro. Our eyes
Are we starting
now.
over? Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hey.
Oh, your camera's in the shot. Hold on, let me see if I can move.
Where am I? Y'all gonna love this show, man, because look, this is the real life difficulties that happen. It's like refuses.
Hold on.
It got me over here shaking. Oh, I'm uneasy, baby. I'm over here looking real, like working hard over here. I got like drinks and devices in front of me. You know, the only thing that's working is hard in the room is the AC. And Jamal.
I'm sweating already, yo. Let me see if it fits into. All right.
Okay. I slide over a little bit.
Thank you. So I don't have to adjust anything.
Yeah, I can.
Anyway, welcome to America's Mind. We are America's favorite show. I'm Jamal Williams.
And I am Christopher Barris.
We are back for another week. This is episode 38. Thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate having you here. We appreciate when you tune in, whether you watch live or you catch the show later on in the week or in the year, or if this is 2026 to you and you just watching this. We appreciate you watching. Thanks for being with us.
Most definitely. Especially now because football season is here. So those that are in attendance right now, thank you so much. Because because we do understand we're fans as well.
Yeah.
But then really quick, how we usually start the show off. So Mr. Williams, how was your week, man?
My week was good, you know.
Okay.
Kind of chill.
Okay. Anything interesting?
Lots interesting. I'm doing I'm basically making a new shift in life, you know, so
okay.
Adding more to the plate, picking up things without putting things down.
Okay.
Seeing what could happen.
Hey. Well, you have my blessings on that, and keep striding and moving.
All right.
You know, keep this.
How about yourself? What you got going on?
I
know I'm being vague. I'm just talking in like riddles and shit.
I got a very fun fact today.
A fun fact.
Fun fact, very interesting. So, I love my Ethiopian people. I love people, period.
Oh, okay.
But I've been captivated by their culture and things like that. So today is their new year.
Oh, word? So what year is it? 22 or 23? 2015. Oh, we talked about this before.
Yes.
How they're like 8 years younger than.
Yes. Exactly.
That is crazy.
So those that are inattentive that are Ethiopian and things like that, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
When I came to work, they, please, Happy New Year. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it is today.
It's not even on the 1st. They got it on the 11th.
Yeah, it's like the weirdest
Is it
time.
the same day every year, though?
Yeah.
It's always September 11th?
I believe so.
9/11 is their new year?
That's crazy. What a coincidental, right?
Snap.
But we don't want to turn into the conspiracy theorists around here. But yeah, so they're in 2015. So, like we shared before, I think a couple weeks ago, if we ever go back, we'll shave 8 years, 7 years off of our actual age.
Yeah.
That's like the time machine right there.
Just by being in the new place.
Easy. Like, I'll be back in the 30s. Dang. Like early 30s, too. Like,
I'm 33 over here. I'm 33 over here in Ethiopia.
We gonna make a trip, but you know what? So that was my fun fact right there. But yeah, so Happy New Year to those.
I like it. I'm Ethiopian now.
Yeah, I'm rolling
just be young again.
Yeah.
Every time I hit a new milestone, I'm gonna just be Ethiopian. I'm gonna try and convince them to move their calendar back. I need to go find what country is in like 2008 right now? I'm finna find them and move it.
we gonna stretch this out.
It was in 1996. Is the music still good?
Man, they better not have no place on earth like that. I'm there. Back in the 90s? So we about to change the whole complexity.
That's Chris' favorite
talk
decade.
About. Oh yeah, the 90s. Oh my gosh. The 90s was because I was in high school, 96. I think like the great years for me was like that 2000 to 2005. Man, that was like.
That was a pretty good year.
Gas was like 140.
Was it?
I started driving at 19.
Oh, shout out to the new subscriber. What was that? Vlad Lina. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Hive Mind. You made the right decision. We need 3 more subscribers to hit our goal for the week, I guess.
Okay.
So y'all hit that subscribe button. Look, this is the first time and the last time I'm going to tell you. If you here, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we go online. Yeah. This is America's Mind, America's favorite show. We have a good time over here and chill and just talk about things as we're doing right now.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to get to a topic? Or you want to chill for a little bit? You got anything else to say?
It's been hot than a motherfucker.
It has been hot. Oh my gosh. The sun has been doing overtime. The sun been up there struggling to make us uncomfortable on Earth.
like even like when it gets dark, the sun's like, you fell into my trap. You thought it was going to be cold? It's still hot.
You thought this was a game?
I'm like, wait, why is it 1 a.m. and it's 85?
Pushing heat to the other side of the earth. The sun is working hard. The sun is out here trying to support 6 kids. They do.
I'm going to support the other planets or some other. I don't know. Something's up.
They putting in extra work trying to throw heat at the earth.
That's been our summer this week. Summer has been like realistically fair.
It's supposed to be fall right now, right?
Yeah. And sun's like, nah, bro.
But the temperature ain't fail. It ain't fall.
With the humidity too, but like I said, we could ramble about that alone
It's
all
bad.
day. But yeah, but drink water, stay hydrated, stay out of the thing, sunlight if you can directly, and all that good stuff. You know, I'm not gonna bore y'all to death with nurse stuff.
All right, one more thing before we get started. If you guys haven't noticed, we are having a tip-a-thon for the month of September.
Hey,
So far, we have gotten to $11 in our $100 goal. Our top subscriber right now is JD. Shout out JD Jabari Williams for the $5 tip. If you are so gracious and you like tuning in to us, this is for the people that watch our replays and our clips too, because this might be in there. If you're so gracious, go ahead and drop us $1 in the tip jar. Just $1, please. We on the corner with the hat on the ground, with the cardboard. We dancing like, hey.
And like my boss Eileen at work, she would say, you know, it's for the good cause. She tells me that when she wants me to do overtime. Please, you want to stay over? Remember, it's for a good cause. I already been here 20 hours. How much more time do I have to be here? I might as well just go on and move.
How good of a cause could it be?
It's a good cause, but so what we're asking for is a good cause.
We're asking that you support the show and help us grow big and strong, and we're spending all the money on Pepper's snacks and equipment to make the show look and sound better.
Oh yeah. And thank you guys. For those that have, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
for those that will in the future, thank you as well.
Yeah, Yvette, JD. As you can see, look, we even put into our own pot. That's how we feel. America's Mind tipped $1. We supporting ourselves. We putting dollars back into the pot that we got out the pot.
That's a wonderful thing. That we gotta lead by example. Not saying that others are not, but just using the saying.
I'm saying others are not. We the best. Anyway.
So we diving right into some dessert, huh?
Yeah.
All right, let me get my headphones ready.
I'm not exactly privy to all the discussions today, so it should be interesting to see what happens. This video is called. Give me a second to figure that out. It is a video though meant to move the jacket. If y'all don't know what the jacket is, look.
Well, we gonna see
the jacket up here. The jacket's been on the men's side for weeks.
Wait, it needs to automatically be moved to the other side.
I think so. I think we should start at a cool even.
All right, let's start in the middle.
I think we should start in the middle.
We lost track about it for a couple weeks, but we haven't forgotten.
Jacket is back in the middle. We just do that.
All right, so let's play it fair, ladies.
So this video is called "Modern Women Describe Their Ideal Partner."
Oh boy.
So you already know what that's gonna sound like.
6'9", 250, ripped. 200K a year. He needs a fast car, but like a family car, so like a Porsche Panamera 911 version.
Where it says 6'9", $200,000,
and he has to.
Oh my God, Randy with the $20 tip, getting us closer to that.
Hey,
look at that! In-house tip. Thank you, Randy. I'm gonna give you more shout outs. Let's play it again. Keep up the good work, gentlemen. She says that's the message.
Thank you. You know what? Behind the scenes, Randy be saving my life because I be coming here with like -5 on the energy. She be saving my life. Keeping me alive.
Yeah, we gonna use Randy's tip to pay her for being a good
assistant to the show. That's like wait. So that's like the perfect woman move. Then it's like I can't lose. It's like
get that back.
I put a tip in, and it's like I get it back. It's like a tax write off.
So the top tipper.
I'm playing.
The top tipper is now Randy with $20.
Hey, appreciate it.
I guess that's a challenge. She threw out the gauntlet. It was like, who could beat it? I guess 21 will beat it. I don't think you can do 20, 50 cents.
Somebody gonna be like 20, 50. Like $20, 20, 50, and 20, 50.
So shout out one more time to our new top tipper, Randy, with the not just the top tip, but the top all-time tip. Getting us almost to the halfway point. We almost to the 1/3 point. We appreciate it. This is America's Mind. Thanks everybody for being good high vibe members.
The jacket might go back to them inside on this tip.
No, we ain't moving the jacket. We not moving.
This was a great move here.
Nah,
we have chess players watching.
Yeah, super chess move. All right, so a woman describing her ideal.
Okay, partner. I can promise you 10 seconds I'll be quiet.
10 seconds?
Through the video.
You think you're going to make it through a whole 10? Let's see. Ready? Here we go.
I would want someone with a strong work ethic, for sure.
Strong work ethic. I think that's a good one. All right.
Very important to me. And someone intelligent so that when we marry, I feel comfortable submitting because I trust their judgment.
And what do you offer your ideal partner?
I know how to cook. I know how to clean. I love children. I love to garden as well. So I could basically we wouldn't have to worry on a grocery store because like I have my own grocery store. I would say
I'm going to have to call Cap on that. She says she knows how to garden so you don't have to worry about the grocery store. Do you actually believe that? I might believe it for like tomatoes and lettuce, but you telling me you don't want no Triscuits? You don't want no Ritz?
When I read it on paper, it looks good. It sounds good.
It sounds good.
When I look at her, she's a baddie. I can tell.
You can tell even with the mask and the glasses?
Yeah, she's a baddie. Like, there's no question about it. She got...
I think you giving her, like, wavy hair points, which I don't disagree with.
I'm going by just what she has on, too. Like, this is a very revealing outfit without revealing it because it's cut off. Like, this doesn't explain gardening to me.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't present gardener.
Like I'll use a perfect example. And there's no shot to her because I love her to death. Is Roddy oh my gosh, I'm screwing her name up. The MMA fighter,
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, Ronda. Now, when Ronda is not on set and not working, she's like that country type of woman.
It comes across like that anyway.
And then you see how she's dressed. She's still a woman. But it's like, the flannel wrapped around, beater, some jeans, something to get dirty in. And now, because she dolled up, I think she's very beautiful too, like personally. So she can get dolled up too. Mm-hmm. So, but if like Ronda was to say like, yeah,
I garden on the side,
I can see that.
All right, so I don't see it with this woman. I don't see Gardner in here, but let's just assume she gardens, right?
Okay.
Let's just assume. Let's take her word for it. Still, that's not groceries. Maybe we get some free onions, some free tomatoes, some free lettuce.
That helps.
It helps. It's definitely it's an aid. But that's not why people go to the grocery store for the steaks and the chicken and the pork chops and the salmon. And the boxes of cereal, like you can't garden Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Well, I think the picture she's trying to paint is that I'm not high maintenance, or I'm not here for your pocketbook. I think that's the picture that she's trying to paint.
She's gonna take some stuff off the table.
Yeah, like like I'm a homebody. I like children.
All right, I'll accept that.
So I think that's what she's.
I'll accept that. I just think she blew it up a little too much.
Okay, yeah. So let's finish up. Let's see what else she says. So far, I'm rolling with it.
I am too. She. I think all of her things that. I think the things that she said she wanted.
Every woman hasn't said the golden thing, but I'll say that for the end.
I think the things she said she wanted so far, or that are ideal, are pretty normal.
Yeah, intelligence.
She didn't go your way. It was 6'9".
Yeah, she hasn't had the physicalities yet.
Not yet. Maybe
most
she will.
women look at that first, but let's see. Let's see if she goes there.
Say that I listen very well, and I'm very supportive of the people I care about.
Okay, what about you?
So I look for someone that's hardworking, ambitious, a go-getter, someone that's a family man.
I love the accents out there. A go.
Okay, so these are like culture-based like women. So now this could and I don't like to separate them like that, but then this makes it more believable.
Do they ignore like T's in England? Go get. What would I?
Okay, so far so good.
Someone that's, loving, takes care of me, is very supportive. And what I offer in return is I'm very supportive. I get my own money.
She screwed up.
I'll be a good wife, and take care of the kids, cook, clean. I can do it all. I'm good in the bedroom.
Okay, wait, she did makeup. She lost ground, but then she made up ground. Look. I know. Look, I feel the same way. That's how I'm looking inside my body right now.
Man, women don't care about us. They just don't. And so I never mean all anything. I'm just speaking in general.
Okay.
In general, women don't care about us. This is how I know. Because they know specifics about what they want.
Exactly.
But then when it's like, what do you want to give him? They be like, I'm pretty. I'm good in the bedroom. I got my own money. Like, who said that we?
I'm gonna challenge that. I don't think, and women don't be mad at me, because I've asked this to very intelligent women in different angles of life. I don't think women know exactly what they want. Like, if you ask them exactly what they want, they can't answer it. But they all can answer what they don't want.
Oh, that's a good point.
Like, hey, what's your ideal man? They'll kind of be like, what is it that you don't like? And they'll be like, they'll give you like a list. Like, they'll sound like a machine gun with the words.
Should've
like
said that first.
What they don't like. And so I feel like that women should base that. They should use that as their baseline. Use that as their staple. What is it that you don't like? And focus on the don't likes. And then
I have a question though.
Yeah.
Because if you ask them what they don't like, then they're gonna say some things. Like, say for instance, they might say, I don't like short men.
Yeah.
Give me some average don't likes from women.
So, like, most women don't like men that are broke.
Okay.
And most women, that's fair. That's true. And most women don't like men that lie.
I think that's. I think they don't like men that lie about cheating specifically.
Well, yeah, they don't like. Yeah, most women don't like cheaters,
right?
And most women don't like good guys, unfortunately.
What is that about?
I think.
See, like even your list, and you're not a woman, so you're repeating what I've heard. Yeah, you're repeating what you heard. Like, so it might be anecdotal, but even that list of things that they don't want are kind of superficial and not necessarily. Except maybe the broke one. They're kind of.
What would consider be broke though? Like, if you're making $50K plus, that's not broke.
No.
Like,
I don't know. I think
because like what is broke? Because
it depends who you talking to. They might say anything under 100,000 is broke.
I feel like this: if you have a bank account and it got money in it, then you're not broke. Like, so it's like so it
it's
needs
like
to be
that meme that was like, if you don't have any money after you pay all your bills, like, you're not broke. You're responsible. Yeah.
Like, but see, you have money to pay bills,
right?
So it's like you're not technically broke. Broke is like I can't pay bills. I can't advance on this. I can't buy that. I can't do this. It's all I can't.
I think a lot of women would disagree. I think their terms of not broke is over 6 figures.
But see, broke meaning it to them is that you can't get me the things I want. And your stuff might be colossally just too out of reach.
The red bottoms.
But then
the Birkin bags.
But then some people could be like, well, do you deserve that? That's the real question.
But that gets back to what are you gonna do for this dude then?
Well, I understand that too.
You got the 6-figure dude who does all this stuff and buys you the Birkin bags, makes the money, takes care of everything, and then when they're asked, what do you bring? They're like, well, I'm pretty, I garden, I'm good in the bedroom. Like, how is it, what part of any of that they said is worth $100,000
you know what?
every year?
And I'm going to be on the defense here for the women because I don't want women to think that I'm bashing them today. But I'm going to be on the defense here with them. Unfortunately, society has painted them to that simple picture too, where women feel like they have to be. Because a lot of women lead with that. Because see, let's just keep. We're both men here. Mm-hmm. The number one thing, I'm not going to say number one. The top 5 things that men love about women when she gets there is to be left the hell alone. When a woman knows how to do that, she is golden.
I think that's too vague.
No, it's true.
From my experience, women don't they don't have a grasp of vagueness from men.
But I'm saying, but like, what I mean like left alone, I don't mean like all day. Like obviously every person's different. Like, I'll use me for an example. Let's say if I come home with a different type of swagger. Like, nursing is difficult because I'm dealing with people. It's great, but it's difficult. And it's like if my woman was to be like kind of like watching me, I notice he's a little angry when he gets home. Maybe he's winding down. I don't know. I'll leave him alone. Let me let him come in the house, take a shower. Okay, you want to drink some Kool-Aid? Go ahead. You want to eat a sandwich? Go ahead. You want to turn on ESPN for a minute, and then maybe after an hour or two, then maybe I'm like, where's my girl at, man? Hey, babe. Okay, he's ready.
That seems simple enough. I would
and
say
some of them, not all, but some of them, it's that stuff that men care about. Like, remember what I said before, in an unfortunate way, that when a woman has a lot of money, that she does a lot of things that we don't care about, or these boss chicks, like, because all we see, remember what I said before, and maybe I'm being the bad guy today, bump that, I'm the bad guy today. So remember what I said before, at a certain age, we look at women 2 ways, right? Accountability, liability. We didn't say nothing about the physicality yet.
I would word it different. I wouldn't say accountability. I would say, are they an asset or a liability?
Okay, I might, yeah.
Is the woman something that's gonna appreciate your value over time, or is it gonna cost you value?
Exactly. Agree.
Yeah.
I have no rebuttal on that. And so when we have like boss chicks,
it's not an easy thing. To have a good woman, they're worth a lot to men.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Like a great woman will overshadow and dominate 20
not
guys.
Build a man, but elevate them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like that's the plus when a woman gets to that status too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, because back when we were younger, it was the physical features first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she got the Guess jeans
still
on.
The physical features first, but
no, it is, but it's just not in the front. It's not first.
It's not first and only. When you're younger, and I think this is in general in our culture. When you're younger, you look at what they look like, and you're not necessarily concerned about how to keep them or what you should do for them, or what they can do for you. None of this. You just like
back to these chicks, and I'm not gonna say cap on what they're saying, but I'm gonna say this, that women pay attention to physical attributes more than men because they look at offsprings. It is a fact.
You think they do? You think they look at the dude and be like, my kid's gonna look like?
Yes. What? Why do you think they want the tall, the eyes, the hair?
I don't know if
why do you think true. I'm telling you, if I could, our chat's not cracking yet, but I can put it. I would challenge 20 women to say that I'm wrong on that, because that's the first thing that they look at, because they're looking at offsprings. If I have a kid, how is this kid gonna look? So of course they want to go after the best attributes that they can have.
I don't think I ever heard women talk about that openly. About how
there was a movie.
Is gonna
oh my gosh, what was the name of that movie? It was an older movie.
They care about it.
And oh my gosh, what's the name of the movie? But it was based off of that this chick, she wanted the perfect kid. So what she did was sleep with 3 different individuals all at the same time to hope that all of this stuff would connect and she would have the perfect kid. It's a movie like that.
It don't work like that.
I know. But you know,
is it a Spike Lee movie?
I don't know if it was a Spike Lee movie. I know it was a white chick, and she went. It's not what and she went to. She went to the library. She slept with the librarian. She seen a guy that was jogging. You know, like, you know, no homo, but like, you know, great bod, I guess.
Right.
Physique. She slept with him, and then she went after like a wild card and slept with him, and then she got pregnant, and then she was looking for these qualities in this kid, and she was expecting this kid to be perfect. Because she went out there.
The kid was supposed to inherit from all of them?
Yes, exactly.
It don't work like that. It doesn't work like that. That's not what happens. It's an interesting concept for a movie, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
We got to find that one.
I need to find it
and watch that. On the,
yeah, because it's definitely but they do. I won't say that it's like at front a lot, but it's definitely up there. It's in their top 3.
All right, let's let them finish. Here we go.
Okay, go ahead.
For me, I love a family man, someone that's very caring, supportive, someone that takes his time to understand me, and also like I can have like very good conversations with, and is also ambitious. For me, I know that I'm very opinionated. So like that can come with a bit of.
I just feel like they capping.
Here and there.
I think they playing like very, they throwing easy answers out. Like we've both been in relationships, right? Does this sound like the things that women want when you're in a relationship with them?
No.
That
if they was to add some of the obvious,
none of this stuff has substance that really digs into what relationships end up being.
I might now. There is a different style of living because these are culture-based women too. So, but even then, I'm gonna still say that the physical attributes
still sound Western. It sounds still American, even though
the physical attributes are still important.
Don't let the accent fool you.
and finances and stability. Like a family man, I think when they're saying that a family man, to be a family man, you have to be supportive.
Yeah.
So you got to have some.
That sounds like off top a dude that could buy a house and a minivan.
Absolutely. Yeah. A family man, like you could take care of the family. Right. For real. Like I could probably be this stay-at-home woman that you might need and I might want to be, and you can run everything financially. So it's a very, very good.
It's a tricky way of saying
it. Yeah.
If you want somebody stable financially, yeah.
Yeah. You have to be.
Like I love children. I have younger siblings, which like taking.
Shout out to Pearl. This is a clip from her channel. I guess just Pearly thing. She has real good content, so go check her out.
Yeah. And these women are very beautiful too. So it's like
being very driven and motivated, but also wanting to have a family.
Okay, what do you think?
So kids again.
Well, first and foremost, I look for honesty, which is not easy. Obviously, my stage of life, things are slightly different, but in general, I'm looking for somebody to grow old with.
Simple.
Which is quite, I think everybody should be looking for that. So honesty, intelligence, integrity, and that's about it, really.
And what do you offer your ideal partner?
What do I offer? Stability, protection. I think those are, two of the most important things. And I'll try to understand them as much as they'll allow me. I think that's, that's what we tend to do. We do try to understand them, and as much as they allow us to.
Okay.
Very simple.
I want a best friend, someone that knows how to listen and understand me, communicate, a good communicator. Someone that respects their family and respects others as well.
Okay.
Yeah, just someone that's confident and that's funny as well. And what I offer, I'm very motivating. I'm a good listener. I can do all the housework. That's not a problem.
I wanted to say something about what the gentleman was talking about. I feel like he was way more specific about the things he wanted. And they might sound simple, but it was more like honesty, loyalty. I don't think he meant, he said loyalty, but I was thinking like, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Like it's just specific traits that you don't want to worry about.
Yeah, and like even like what I was saying to piggyback what I had just said earlier, liability. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to worry. When you step out the house, I'm gonna have my own worries already, but I don't want to add on top of that. I don't want to feel like you're adding on top of that because of whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yes, intelligent. Yes, honey, I need you to be smart, savvy, and witty. I don't need you to fall into the traps.
But I thought it was interesting how at the end he tried to throw in the things that the women were saying. He was like, yes, I would also like to listen to what you're saying and be a good listener. But
okay. Now, here's one of our downfalls. Us as men, we don't listen. We don't. It's true.
Do I agree with that? I'm thinking.
We don't listen because the reason why we don't listen because we're programmed to react to action. Like we don't like.
Okay, I agree with that.
So like when we have
biologically, that's true.
Yeah, like if we want to build a house, I'm like, okay, Jamal, you're gonna get the blueprint.
Have a house first.
Once the blueprint's here, we don't want to talk about it no more. Let's get this wood, let's get the nails. I'm ready to work now. Like I'm ready to go. I don't want to talk about this for 8 weeks.
Yeah, we're problem solvers.
And that's not saying that women talk too much.
Listen?
We don't listen if there's no action.
Okay.
Like, because sometimes, it's a two-sided sword too, in my opinion. Which side's gonna cut you more? So if your woman has a rebuttal on something, and now we're watching her, okay, well, what you about to do? Don't throw all this on me, and now I'm supposed to carry this 2 earths on my back, and then you're sitting there with your legs crossed and you just chilling. Like what? And that's why we get turned off, or why we won't listen. And I'm not saying it's their fault. It's just I think that's part of our
just the nature of men.
Part of our nature. Yeah, it's like because it's like you
feel like that's something we have to work on. Or it should just be as it is.
I agree. I do say that we need to work on that because it is important. Mm-hmm. Like the worst thing that you could do to a woman is don't listen to her when she tells you.
You mean as far as she feels the way about?
Yeah, like that could be like the worst thing that you like if she has an effed up day at work and she wants to tell you about it and you don't even listen to her at all. Like that's the worst thing you could do to her. Like you're terrible. You know what I'm saying? As simple as it is, it sounds so simple.
It does, but
guys don't do it, and it's detrimental to the relationship. I've been that guy too.
You've been the perpetrator of the sin.
Yeah, just someone that's gonna be like your ride or die.
Hey.
Personally, for me, a submissive woman that's gonna get on my program.
Dominance.
Obviously. Respectful and just has morals and some values that we can actually correlate. Now, what I'm gonna offer is she's gonna enter into my world.
Dominance.
She's gonna enter into my lifestyle. She's gonna have emotional.
Huh?
I said I like his answer so far.
Well, he's so okay. So what this guy is doing is that
maybe because he got a Lakers hoodie on.
It better be Kobe. If it's LeBron, then he lost me again.
He came on screen. I was like, I like this guy. I don't know what it is. I think he knows what he's talking about.
Yeah. Well, basically, so what this guy is saying that I'm creating this world that I think is great for the both of us, and I'm welcoming you to this. But he has a great concept there where it's like they connect because you can. If we're like, let's say like for like with the envelope they're trying to push down on couples now, right? Is get the bag. Oh man, go out there and get the bag, get the bag, get the bag, get the bag. That's all you hear. Power couples, right?
Yeah.
Get the bag. But it's like you got two people working so hard, but what about time together? What about time alone? What about getting to know each other? What about that stuff? Like, yeah, y'all live in a mansion and y'all don't know each other. I don't want to bring up Mr. Smith again like that. But, you know, it creates that. Because it's like, what are we working for? Are we working for the financial status or are we working on this marriage? And if it should be, I'm working on this marriage. F this money at a point. That's how we are. Men, we at a certain point, once the money gets to a certain point, we don't care about that no more. We like, look.
I'm trying to listen to what you're saying. I kind of agree. I think there is a. You know what I actually think it is? I think it's the way that women hear power couple. Because I think men know exactly what it is. That you got to make a plan to financially progress in some way.
And this is where
but then I think women have a bigger imagination. They can imagine more things, right?
Yeah.
And so they start maybe somewhere up at the top about what power couple is. They don't want to be involved in necessarily the escalator up to that. They want to start
from the hot top, and then if it ain't working, and work their way down. No, I get, but I'm like, we could ramble about this all night.
Yeah,
it seems like too, but it's like, see, when we talk about today's modern woman, she's not traditional. She can't be because she's taking on the responsibilities of who?
Man.
And that's where, because see, when we're both men. When we're in our mode and we're doing this, we don't, certain stuff, it's like, no, don't bother me with that little crap. We don't care about it. You know what I mean? Like, we turned off from that.
That's like today's culture though. Can we really turn that back? We go back and forth about modern and traditional. I think we both like the sense of modern more.
Yeah,
but we both like we
want tradition.
Yeah, we both like the sense of tradition more, but we live in modern. So can you necessarily turn that back? Are women because the world would change instantly if tomorrow, Monday morning, all women quit their jobs and was like, we're not doing this anymore.
Wow, that'd be history.
it would change instantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the space that men would have to fill would be grand, and we would have to like just start scattering, trying to, because women are actually in the workforce now. They're competing.
That would actually make more respect go towards the women and us appreciate them more.
That's what I'm kind of I'm saying, because it would open up
because
the
we're so busy doing this and doing that. Yeah, we were like, oh my God, I need that. I want her.
And it's not like saying women aren't good at their job. That's not what I'm insinuating.
No, absolutely.
There's some great women doctors, some great women lawyers, some great women office workers, secretaries.
And, so those will be missed too.
In all levels, from bottom to middle to top.
Yeah.
There are women that do these things sometimes better than men, especially clerical work. organizing anything, women are gonna they're killing this. They're killing this, right? So I'm not trying to.
A great doctor that I know was a woman. Dr. Burnett, she's fantastic.
Because women are nurturers. They're gonna be. I would think like that's why traditionally we think of nurses as women, because they're better at paying attention to what the feelings and.
It's so funny because it's flipped.
All right,
now, but that's the difference.
So I'm not. This is my disclaimer, so I don't get beat up on. So I'm not trying to say that women are incapable of being good at work, but I'm just saying if we just create this hypothetical scenario where all women just say we're not working anymore, because I think in general, right? Not all, but a large majority would rather not.
I agree.
Especially in some of the positions, like I got a job that women be working, and I'd be like, "You be doing this?" Like,
no, I agree. But see, the biggest rebuttal that women will push back on that, like if it was to happen, can I trust him? And I think that's a cultural fear. Yeah. Well, yes, but then you know what? I'm not mad at them for that. Some of us have dropped the ball bad. In the end zone too, you know.
Yeah, but look, all right. So,
but I'm just saying, in a perfect scenario, yes, I agree.
Yeah, because
I'm just throwing rebuttals out there, like what will be said
by women.
Well, yeah. Like, could I trust him? Like, it puts the trust back in the man. I trust him with my life and these kids, and trust him to make the right decisions. Trust.
The reality of it is, and this is the reality of any scenario. Some people aren't going to get to the middle.
Absolutely.
Some it's going to be bad for some.
But I
think
people. Most would. I think most would.
I think it would be better.
I agree.
Yeah, I think most would. I think it'd be better. I think in that scenario, men will find their purpose way faster.
They would have
to. Or
because there's a lot of dudes out here that ain't trying to like now starting to get on their butts now, because there's a lot of dudes that allow her to lead and they follow her, and I'm like, and I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with that in some scenarios.
Women are gonna get on you more than that. They could be like, why can't we lead?
I'm just saying in certain scenarios, like when it comes to like nurturing childbirth, and I'm not saying that they're all just diverse into that too. Because there's some women that think are great thinkers around the board. I'm just saying, just like, you know, but how many? I mean, every woman's not a unicorn.
No.
You know what I mean? Because, like, for me to say,
just like every dude's not a unicorn. We all not gonna make six figures or $1 million. Like, those are very small percentages of the overall population.
Yeah.
I think $100,000 is 10% of men.
Yeah.
That's like nothing.
We'll get there one day.
But like it seems like 100% want the 10%. So they all got to scramble for that. And those positions probably get filled faster than they like.
Well, see, they know that they're wanted. Women know that they're wanted. So they're always going to aim high. Because when you think about, like, typically a woman goes after a man that's older. Most typically.
Yeah. Or often enough, anyway. Yeah.
And then if he's older, certain things he shouldn't be doing. You know what I mean? He should be career moving. He shouldn't be playing games. She shouldn't be doing it. You know, because women kind of they do mature quicker than us about what point of views. Some, most. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing wrong with that. And
all right, let's finish this off. Let's see what the young Lakers fan has to do. Wrap us up.
Oh yeah.
She's gonna feel secure. Exactly. She's gonna feel secure and safe.
What lifestyle does she get?
If I make it, she gonna have fun.
She's coming with.
She's coming with. She's entering my world.
What does she get? Like, does she get any bags she wants? Any?
No. She has to work for that shit. But yeah.
What about like vacations?
Of course.
Okay, but no bags.
Listen, it depends.
I want to get specific.
If she's a submissive woman that's getting on my program, then I will get you it occasionally. You feel me?
Yo, does she get like a woman's version of loyalty as well?
What do you mean?
So you by her
committed, no cheating.
That's a great.
What's a woman's version of loyalty? That's a good question.
Well, yeah. Is she going to be the only woman?
You think that's what he means?
I think that's one of the woman's worst nightmare. is that am I the only woman?
I don't think so. Let's see what they say though.
No cheating.
Yeah, he said
nothing.
that.
Now
Let's
listen,
not get
listen.
carried away, Eddie.
I ain't gonna lie, yeah.
This is where we
Now,
F up at right
if-
there.
let's
They F up, we
say
F up
that
right
person
there.
becomes the 1%. She's just gonna have to deal with
see,
a guy
now
that's gonna have
she
options.
gotta
It's
settle.
just what it is, bro. Because if you're not gonna come across this guy ever in your fucking life, bro. So either you go get in his program, or you go, because there's gonna be other options that's gonna take your position.
Yeah.
You feel me? Yeah.
But does that not mean you're dating down?
Not really.
Because if you're in the 1% of men and you're extremely desirable, and then you have a 1%, like if you're in a
She's a
1%,
thinker. I like her. Like at the minimum, she's a thinker.
and she doesn't have options, then you would be dating down then by that.
Nah, a woman. What do you mean by options?
Because if you're dating a 1% woman, let's just say you're a 1% man, and you're dating a 1% woman, she would have.
What's a
options
1%
more
Personally, for
viable.
me, I wouldn't date a 1% woman. I'll date a regular woman.
I'm talking.
What is a 1% woman?
That's a bad chick, in my opinion. That's the jack,
Like
the,
a
she's
universal
jack of all
baddie?
trades. She's you, but she's not an alter ego of you. She's like the splitting image of you, just in the female form.
What does that look like though?
I don't think it works.
from
Because look,
foreign women.
like it's a scientific fact. I love to say
Oh
that.
my God. Criticism. I need a button.
It's a scientific. It's a scientific fact. If she's doing men's stuff, how can she do women's stuff? Because if she's working 40, 50 hours and then now you want her to be submissive towards you, how?
I think submission is not. I don't think it's voluntary.
Like think about the average time that a woman takes to get dolled up to be put in a submissive position.
I think I know what you mean, but I don't necessarily think you mean submission. I think we live in a society where that it gives the illusion of submission being optional. I don't think submission's optional. In the same way, I don't think protection is optional for men.
I agree.
I think no matter what the man's doing, protection never comes off his plate.
No.
It's impossible. Provision can come off his plate. Protection is like, that's something that no matter what, you can't take off your plate. It's yours.
Yeah.
I think submission is that same thing for women. They can't take it off their plate because it's just the natural order of the interactions between men and women. But society makes it fools women into thinking. What society does is it says you have access to a certain amount of men. You don't know them, you don't see them, but here's a number. If you call this number, they'll come and fix whatever thing is that you're having an issue with.
Yeah.
If you need protection, 911. If you need repair, plumbing, here, call this guy. Call this electrician. So society is divvied out what women deem as, I guess, provision in a way.
Yeah.
To multiple assets of society.
But yeah, but and you're right. And I'm just looking at it on a more simpler form. If your woman is doing 10, 8, 12-hour days, right? She's working. And then let's say
I don't think
now
that
she
frees
got to
her
come
from
home.
submission. It does free her from something, and I'm trying to word it. What is the thing where she?
It's not saying she's escaping from it. I'm just saying that from the energy standpoint, where could she muster up the thought and the energy?
Maybe she
to become that flower now.
Maybe it
when
gives her
she's
points
exhausted
against her femininity, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking about submission. I think we're talking about femininity.
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah.
If she's working 12-hour days, it's going to be harder for her to be feminine.
And submissive at the same time too. She's not gonna do it.
Submission is something that they almost have to do.
I might not.
How do they have space on submission? I don't get that.
Yes, but I say no because they don't.
I think that's men's fault because we don't require it because we want to. This is what it is. It's men protecting women, so we don't require submission. Because we're going to protect you anyway. But the truth is, we don't need to protect women about being submissive. They have to be submissive because, in general, we're the stronger species.
That's true.
If men were like, you know what, we done protecting y'all. You're about to do what we want. That would be it. The world, just like we did the hypothetical with women quitting their jobs. If all men were like, "I'm not protecting you unless you're submissive to me," it would change the world instantly.
It would, but then you would have some that don't buy into that, and she could hire him. She'll make it a business.
No, I said we all hypothetically bonded together and said we're not doing this anymore.
So remember that movie with Tyler Perry. I don't know the name of the movie.
It's too many of them.
I know, but this particular one, I think the wife was a lawyer, and his complaint, and that's an alpha female. I know you say you don't believe in that, but an alpha female, and he was like,
I think this sounds like Why Did I Get Married?
And he's like, when am I gonna see my wife? When are you gonna be home? When are we gonna have sex? When are we gonna do this and that? And her rebuttal was like, man, I'm working. I got to get this money. I'm trying to get partner. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that. And he's like, you don't pick up your daughter. I don't spend no time with you. You're not here for dinner. We don't even do this. We don't do that. And it's been going on for months. And so what I'm saying, like, I get exactly what you're saying, that it's in her nature, in a sense, to be submissive. And it's true. Sometimes it will pop up. But look at the gap, though. Like, imagine... I won't use you as an example. I will use me as an example. I couldn't imagine if I'm with a woman full time, but I'm only sleeping with her 4 times out of the year. That's going to drive me bananas. Because I'm going to be like, wait a minute. 4 times out the year? So that means we doing something every 3 months. When you just have to do it. In a sense. But then she's like mustering, or maybe she's going to be like, let me just create this window now, or this is the only window I got because I'm huffing and puffing and I'm doing so many things.
I feel you. I think we're saying the same thing and we're just using different terminology.
Yeah.
So this is my closing argument. These are the things that I put on men that I think are men's roles: protection, provision, to provide and protect, right? I'll say those things. These are the things that I think are women's roles: submission, femininity. So I think if we drew lines to what matches, what can tilt and what can't, I would think femininity and provision can tilt. They don't. That's like you described this woman in this Tyler Perry movie who's a lawyer trying to make partner. Her man's probably not providing her any.
I mean, he was working, but I don't think he was probably making that kind of money. Yeah. So
it's hard to be the lawyer that's about to make partner, man or woman. So he's probably like, he might be doing something, but he's not providing her, and so he's tilting on that. She's tilting on her femininity, right? But protection, no matter if you partner at the law firm. You still got to depend on the man for the protection.
I agree.
And no matter if you partner at the law firm, you still have to submit to the dude.
Well, she's going to hold him accountable for that, yeah.
You still have to submit to the dude that you depend on for protection. So I think femininity and provision can swivel. I don't think protection and submission can swivel. I think they're just constants in the universe. They just are.
Well, you break it down like that. No, I agree. I have no rebuttal.
All right.
All right, are we done with this one?
We can be done with it.
We done with it?
I think we ranted about this for what?
So
for long enough.
So do you want to go to the funnest thing we stumbled on?
What do you call the funnest thing that we stumbled on?
Oh,
first of all. this is the last time I'm gonna tell you. If you are here with us in the Hive Mind, hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button, please. We trying to meet our subscriber goal, and you'll pop up. Then hit that notification bell, ding, so YouTube can bother you when we go online. This is America's Mind, America's favorite show. I'm Jamal Williams.
And I'm Christopher Barris, and we're the favorite show because you guys tell us. Yep. Thank you so much.
Yeah. All right, so what is this thing that you're talking about that's the funnest thing?
What we discovered, like, before the show came on. That.
Oh, you want to talk about that right now? You want to?
What time is it? What's the hours? What's the minutes that we on?
I don't know if I want. That's the most stressful thing that we might talk about today. Because we gotta maneuver that a little bit.
Okay, so let's do one more, and then we'll go there.
This is we're
on 23 minutes. No,
we're back past 23 minutes. We are at. Shoot, where do I see this? We're just past an hour. No.
I'm looking at the eye, and it doesn't tell me. Whatever.
Yeah, we just passed an hour.
All right, we can do one more, then we can dive in.
All right, thank you.
I would want.
Okay, but
you don't even know why you looking.
Oh,
because we don't know who we are.
This is something you brought up. This is
yeah,
Mike Tyson and Akon having a conversation.
I disagree.
So so I'll let you set this up. What's the basis of what they're talking about?
It was a concept that they were talking about. I don't remember offhand, but Iron Mike's reaction was like mine. I was like, whoa, hold on. And then he kind of pushed it back like, hey, think about it. And I was like,
so it was Akon telling Mike something about.
He was breaking it down. He was breaking down whatever they're talking about. And I was kind of like, I don't.
And it's dealing in the nature of women.
Of course.
Mike kind of pushed
so
back.
This is like our meat and potatoes and stuff like that to a degree. But I was like, I kind of don't agree.
I want to bring this up right now, just in case. Right. Bring up that jacket meter, just in case we got to move.
Let's go. Jacket is up.
Most people don't understand who they are.
Exactly.
Most of all, the women don't understand men the way we understand them.
And we don't understand them the way they understand us.
No, we do understand them. See, that's the part, Mike. Check it out. Let me explain why.
Yeah, see, Mike.
Right now,
that's what I did.
Look at the capacity.
I think that's true.
Whoa, okay, we're gonna have a debate.
I think that's true.
We all will agree that women are a lot smarter than we are. I mean, it's obvious.
Yeah.
No, but it's okay. It's okay to disagree.
I agree with that.
It's okay to disagree.
Give that to them.
Yeah.
No,
I'm not saying that.
I agree with that too.
Okay. let it continue.
But it's a specific kind of smart, and I think what smart is thought of in general. And we'll break it down.
See, the smarts is like such a broad.
It's subjective because like you could be a genius in
smart
math,
but have no street smart.
Yeah, you could be a genius in math, but you're illiterate. Like that's possible.
Well, yeah, I'm like, but most people, when you think about just like English and math, most people that suck in math are dominant in English, and then it's vice versa.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Smart. Like.
But then who wins that?
The person that's smart in math wins.
I agree. I'm good in math, so I'm biased on that answer too.
Yeah. Really are. Yeah. Right? Mentally, they can take a lot more pain than
I disagree.
Yeah. When it comes to the brain,
I disagree with that too. I know why he's saying it because of childbirth, but I think if men gave birth, you would hear less about the pain of it. But because we have pride, we would never be like that shit hurt. It's the worst feeling ever. We would never tell these stories.
And for women that are able to do that, my hats off to them, and I'm not taking nothing away from them from doing that, because I know that that's a very traumatizing, exciting thing.
You're in the cap right now. I'm going to move up.
They give birth, bro.
Yes.
Can you imagine if you
physical and mental pain,
give birth through
they
your
win
dick
that.
hole.
Room and you put a man in the room and you both torture them to tell them somebody.
I disagree, Iron Mike.
I don't think so.
I disagree.
I don't think
big
so.
time. What?
I don't think
way.
So. I don't even know why you would say that.
Wait. Oh, I'm listening.
I feel like a woman screaming when he whipped the pliers out. You about to get tortured with pliers? She like.
So you're saying that in a tortured chamber like situation,
which is more mental than physical. Yes, there's gonna be pain, but it's more about what's gonna happen.
I disagree on this.
A woman is tapping out when she sees what the pain is gonna come
that's
from.
what Mike's saying. Mike's saying that the man is gonna rat out quicker than the woman.
No way.
That's what he's saying.
First, we stubborn. We way more stubborn than women.
And I'm not saying that women,
especially when
are not strong.
Especially when it comes to some pain. Like if we trip and fall on our face, we gonna be like, people will be like, "Does that hurt?" No, I'm cool. But we don't even like going to the doctor. We could be dying, and we be like, "No, I'm good. I'm good."
I don't. I'm a fan of Iron Mike. I love him. You know, so I don't want to make it like I'm bashing this concept. I didn't really get it. Why this is a concept.
Because they're more tolerant to pain physically. I'm with you 1,000%.
They're faithful to their belief.
We got our buddy in the chat. Bridging the gap. Okay, I'm just in this thing. And she about to, what she does, she's gonna get in and talk a whole lot of shit real fast. And I'm ready for it. But anyway, let's continue. Let's continue.
That's where I was going next. Yeah. They have this commitment of loyalty within them, and they're more committed than men could ever be. 1,000%. Right?
Now I'm disagreeing with him, but I'm gonna let him talk.
So you got, and then when you look at the population, there's 15 to 1 in the world. For every one male, there's 15 to 1.
What are the divorce stats? 60% of marriages end in divorce. 80% of the times, women initiate the divorce. Then he gonna say women are more committed.
I have nothing to say.
All right.
So they outnumber us. They're a lot smarter than we are. They're way more physically and mentally tolerant to pain than we are. And most of all, if anything, they're more committed than guys could ever be. How is it that this is a man's world? It's only because we
maybe
understand
he means
them.
Committed as far as like monogamy, and I don't even know if that's true. If we got the real stats about women cheating, it's gonna be. I think it's about even at the minimum.
More than they understand us, and we utilize what we know to manipulate, to control them. Because the one thing we do know, without a doubt, is that women are moved through emotion. That's their only weakness. Our biggest weapon against them is how we make them feel. Because they're natural mothers, which goes back to nature again. Because they're motherly naturable, love is the one thing that can make a woman do what she doesn't want to do. And we know this. So we use that as a way of utilizing the control.
I'm gonna allow you to go first.
It's interesting.
You want to stop right there?
Yeah,
Without even,
let me hear.
Even know what we doing.
At least another 45.
I used to know this.
I want to hear what Mike says.
I woke up this morning. I was listening to Wayne Dyer. What's his name? Dyer.
Wayne Dyer.
And normally I used to have an affirmation, right? Before I heard Wayne Dyer, my affirmation was, when I open my eyes in the morning, what do I see? And everything I see is inferior to me, right? And then when I listened to Wayne Dyer, and he says, when you open your eyes, what did you see? And I was thinking about my little egotistical fucking affirmation, and he says, you see perfection. How could I be superior than everything that's perfected? And you look, and then you become humble.
What is he about to? Is he about to say women are perfection?
Even though we don't like it, regardless of how we feel about this, is perfection.
Well, Mike's cleaning it up. Akon or everything. That's Akon, right?
When I was in the Caribbean, I was saying.
I said you were gonna go first, so
I think I'm smart.
Gonna be quiet.
I think I'm an intellect. I think I'm in divine. I go like this, right? I think I'm deep. I go like this. Why does the water stop right here? Why doesn't it just keep coming? The ocean keep coming. Why does it stop right here? Like I'm deep, right? And it's just simple because this is perfection. That's why it's perfected.
I think he went off the rails trying to clean that up a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna let you go first because, like I said, I'm a fan, but I didn't understand the concept.
Oh man, I don't really understand where Akon is coming from, and I'm gonna say that off top. Bridging the Gap says I started it. I was gonna listen. Okay, my bad. I did take a shot first. My bad. I apologize.
I
take the shot back.
Like Ken and Ryu rival.
So Akon is saying women can tolerate more pain. They're more committed. What did I agree with him on? They're smarter. I agree with him on. So it's we understand them more. We understand women more than women understand that. I agree on that. That's definitely true.
We understand women
more than they understand us. I just said more.
I disagree.
I didn't say that we have a whole blueprint about them, but I think we understand. We have to understand women more than they understand us because we chase them. We got to break them down part by part to see where we can get the W from.
But I agree. But we know a good woman when we stumble on one, and we'll screw that up. So it's like, so is that on purpose or is that not understanding fully?
Ooh, that's a good question.
So that's why I'm just like, I don't know about that one.
What does that have to do with understanding?
Like,
because how you started off the question is we know a good woman when we see one. So that comes from us.
So we know.
understanding
So we know that much.
Do women know a good man when they see one?
I think that I'm gonna say no.
All right, so we understand women more than I'm not talking about the behavior once it's understood, but I do agree that men know a good woman when they see one. Women don't necessarily know a good man when they see one.
But
they have to either be convinced one way or the other. They can be swayed.
And maybe I'm looking at the action because between the two, who's better in the situation?
The men.
That's not if a person if they
who's
both
better
don't,
at what?
If they both don't know the situation is good, who's better in the situation?
If they both don't know the situation is good.
But who's better in the situation? And yes, I will agree with Akon saying that women are smarter because they will play the game longer than we will.
I think. All right, so we'll break off into that. I think they're smarter because they understand society better. I don't think we have a real grip of society. We're a bit stubborn in our individuality as men, and women look at the entirety of how things work and try and figure that out, and that makes them smarter. But I don't think for their own benefit. I don't think they act in accordance to what they see.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think they do act in accordance to what they see. I don't think they say how they're gonna act and what it's about.
Mm-hmm.
I think they examine society and act accordingly, but can't necessarily verbalize what that action is.
Okay.
Like I think they seek safety. I think they seek stability. I think they seek provision, but I don't think their words will say that that's what they were doing. Men can see that that's what they're doing, but they don't want to admit that's what they're doing.
And so then, okay. And then I was a little lost too about man's world, women's world, how he was saying that it's not his man's world. And I'm like, and I'm not trying to be sexist or stereotypical about it.
We're about to disagree on this.
But I'm trying to understand what does he mean by that? Because it's a fact that certain things men will do versus that women won't do.
So whose world is it? Is it a man's world or a woman's world?
I'm like, well, we're engineering it. Not saying they're not putting their part. They're populating it.
Yeah.
We're helping populate it because we man plants a seed. I'm not gonna go into those.
They go say it's like 80-20 just because they put.
But if the men take away the
it.
physicality and the mental physicality, I'm not picking this heavy thing up and putting it up there or over there. Then what do we have?
So what's the answer? Is it a man's world or a woman's world? It's a man's world.
I don't want to even go into that particular thing, but if you read certain things, it was like that in the beginning.
I think naturally it's a man's world, and I think we've given it to women and we let them have it. I think we protect the stance that it's a woman's world as men. So what does that mean? Is it actually a woman's world, or is it a woman's world backed by men? But it's definitely a woman's world. Women, I gotta be careful because I automatically know the algorithm. When you say women, you gotta be careful about the following words, and that's my point. That's my point. If I post on Facebook and I say women are, I gotta be super careful about what's gonna come after that. I could say beautiful, intelligent. I could say awesome, amazing. I can't say crazy. Can't. I'm bad. I can't say those two
And we're
words.
not saying that.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I can't say it.
I know.
And that's my point. That protection comes from men, but it's there. That you can't even type those 3 words in order without being put in timeout. Without the system saying, why would you say women are such and such? Why would you say that? You don't get over here. You're in timeout. You can't say those. You could say men are stupid. You see how much more free I can be? Men are stupid. Men are dumb. Men are crazy. Men are idiots. Men are wild. Men are violent. I could say a bunch of stuff. Men are blank. I can't say the same things. Women are blank. Because I'm timed out. So, like, who is it? Is it women that are ruling for the case of women? Why is that the case? Why are they so much more protected in this world? Why do they have access to more things? Whose world is it? Like, I will fully submit that men back the world of women. And they couldn't have it if we didn't. But it is their world right now.
Oh, okay. I was just looking, and I don't have no rebuttal to what that. I was
Detroit
just looking.
Siggy says, drop the StreamYard link.
Was this the guy that was on last week? Gentlemen, or
I don't
something?
think so.
Oh.
Let me know if you mind using Video Ninja. Because I don't know if I want to open up a StreamYard. I'll do it. You go ahead and talk while I handle that.
Okay. Well, no, that was. I think when I sent that video, I think I was. I think it was just certain. I don't know. Overall, I just kind of was like, it's a weird angle. I don't know.
No,
I'm gonna leave that as a question mark.
It seems like you changing your mind a bit.
I don't want to get in trouble neither. I'm smart. I ain't silly. I don't want to get in trouble neither.
Yo, somebody was on our head about the Andrew Tate video when they had Hasan in the pink dress, and we were hesitant to say he looks like a fairy. They was on our head like that's what they were talking about. You gotta say it, and I was like, we don't have Tate money right now.
Look, because I'm a fan of this individual artist, Rest in Paradise, Pimp C, and his music. They actually, no matter what, like you could go to Apple Music or any of that, and Pimp C would say all kind of crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? But that particular word, they actually do bleep that out. Like that's a word that just can't be used freely like that. You know what I'm saying?
What's that word?
Fairy. Like if you use it in a certain concept, definitely like aiming it towards something in that particular predicament. Oh yeah, that would have been.
I didn't even think that's a highly offensive word. I just know when you're talking about that kind of subject that you have to be careful.
Yeah.
And it's all that's all what I'm saying. Like why it's a woman's world. Like we back it.
But see, even like that particular word is sense, and I don't want to ramble on it too much. But see, those are like 60s, 70s, 80s terms. You know what I'm saying? That were used freely and loosely towards individuals. Oh yeah, all day. I had that conversation with my dad.
F word is there.
Yeah, because I had that conversation with my dad, and he was just like, he laid all them words. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. I'm like, yeah, I don't think we can say any of that, Dad. Like, I don't think we can say A1, you know. But,
all right, so I could do that.
Okay.
As much as I could do. I can send that link if you want to join the panel. I can't set up StreamYard right now. I would have had to do it before.
So we having a guest come on?
Maybe. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, so are we moving on from this? I think, yeah, man. That's a rough one. I'm upset that we couldn't move the jacket on it. I think we compromised a bit with both sides.
I'm like, when you broke it down, I understood. Like, I wasn't, you know, I think when it just came out, just like direct from the jump, it was kind of like
that you were just like, no, I can't
I
say
don't know.
that.
I think because like when he first said it was like sledgehammer slam. Like, and I was like, whoa, hold on. Wait, what? Then when you kind of broke it down, I'm like, oh, okay, you know what? Okay, now I can kind of. My mind got cracked open to like look at it in different angles.
Mm-hmm.
Just straight direct how it was. No, I disagree.
I see you. All right, do me a favor, Chris.
Yes.
Do me a favor and hit him with the last time.
Oh yeah. So look, y'all. So look, I'm terrible at this, but look. So what I need y'all to do, I need you guys to like, share, subscribe. Also, this little bell there, always go ding, you know what I mean? Hit that thing too. So YouTube can, you know what I mean, holler at y'all. When we ready to holler at y'all. You understand what I'm saying? Nah, I'm playing that. I don't really talk like that, but you know, I'm just being real jokeful and things like that. So, you know, shout out to shout out to the chat. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody on with us today. Shout out to the donations today. Thanks a million. Shout out to, man, just shout out, man. Straight up. You know what? When Jamal comes back, I want to actually want to share something really special too. That's totally slipped my mind. So, you know, I want to since we're doing shout outs and things like that at the moment. So yeah, you know what? So I'm gonna go back to the very beginning. I want to just share this really quick. So how we talked about the week and things like that in the very, very beginning. So you know what? Yeah. I have to and I was using the word shout out. So shout out to my brother from another mother.
Who you talking about?
Happy heavenly birthday, Clayton Davis.
I didn't know it was going that way.
You know what? I feel like it's only correct. So you know what?
Has it been a year?
Yeah. He passed on the 6th. His birthday was on the 9th. He would have been 36. So awesome guy.
Y'all take care of yourselves out here, yo. People, that bothers me too, because we get in that age where we starting to see more people from our class, you know.
Yeah,
high school,
you know, it's real. It's real
from
life.
Natural causes, and you like, we ain't that old to be passing away from natural causes.
Man, if you crack open a good nursing book, man, you 35 years old, man, 30, 35, the body starts going through changes big time. Well,
right,
yeah, I know.
Let's move on to happier times. Y'all ready?
What are you doing for me?
I hear
nothing.
something,
That's why
but I don't
nothing
see
for
it.
y'all.
So you basically said, even though he's a hardworking man and pays all the bills.
Oh yes. Let's go on and rewind it. This jacket might slide all the way.
It can't just be your looks and your vagina, because everybody has one of those. What are you bringing to the table?
Oh, thank you,
and
Randy.
what actually do you think that you are deserving
I want to bring it. All right, so that's where we're headed, but we gonna bring it back to the beginning.
And I don't.
Are y'all ready? Hey, for my guys out there, you might get triggered a little bit. This is a trigger warning. If you just not in the place where you can hear this right now, the slanderous talk.
I'm quiet.
If you can't hear the slanderous information directed at men, maybe like a muted.
Now I feel like that this is 80% of how the modern women feel today. I hate to say this, but this is how I feel. I feel like 80% of women feel just like this.
Dang, that's a high number. 80?
80.
Let's run it.
Women are like, if I'm paying all the bills, then you should at least be cooking and cleaning the house. I should come home to a meal.
Miss Ma'am, if your man is paying all the bills, he absolutely should be coming home to a homemade, warm meal waiting for him on the table when he is ready to eat. And not only that, his house should be spotless, and you should be very appreciative of it, waiting for him at the door, looking your best, ready to give him that Gawk Gawk 3000 throat goat. But carry on.
That Gawk Gawk 3000 throat goat.
I have no comment.
Yo,
I have no comment.
That is a very awesome term. I've heard both of those terms separately, but I didn't know that when you put them together, they like the Infinity Stones, and they feel like I didn't know it gave you that rush of power.
I have no comment.
I like the idea of putting them together, and I'm going to do so every day moving forward. The Gawk Gawk 3000 throat goat. That sounds like you could sell that on HSN and sell out real fast. I don't know what it looked like.
I have no comment.
I'm sure you could buy your own the model you want, but you could put that on TV. Dudes is snatching the Gawk Gawk 3000 throat goat up. They sold out faster than the
we have a comment. We have
Regina got first impression. Woman with the bonnet and ghetto is different from the second lady that carries herself a certain way. Yeah, they're both very different women. But it's you know what? I think that's what society is missing. I think women don't really be telling each other the truth. They don't hold each other accountable. And I think...
okay, I'll say that. No. I disagree.
What?
I disagree. Women definitely don't... Birds of a feather flock together. Women don't hang out with other women that they don't have the same goals. Or if she's not identical to her.
That's the same, yo. That's like the cops, right?
No,
I always use this analogy. Let's say the same is true about cops. Good cops hang out with good cops. Bad cops hang out with bad cops. The good cops never call the bad cops out, and we need them to make this whole system better. Because we only complain about the small number of bad cops.
Okay. I see what you're saying now.
When we attack the bad cops, the good cops be like, I don't know what she's talking about.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
That's not
unfortunately, there is 80% of them women that I talked about that are tearing down, they're tearing down the whole foundation. No, I agree.
Talking bad about women, they be like, no, you can't say all that stuff.
But you know what? I think too, they you know what? Because women, when they're in a great space, they don't worry about that neither.
So that's why worry about it. That's what I'm saying.
I think like when women are like, because there are some women that are in great space, they're like, you know what? I don't agree with what you're saying, but I'm not wasting my time in that.
I think big mama duties have to be divvied out now. Like, all you good women, y'all big mamas now. Go find, when you see them, snatch them by their ear and be like, get your over here and stop talking that nonsense.
Dang.
And that's why I appreciate her for snatching this woman by the ear.
I agree.
If I wasn't here, you would still be paying the bills. The things that you do that you consider is for our marriage, you would be doing if you were single. Okay?
Yes, you're correct. As an adult, we have to pay bills. But if you have a man that is paying bills and you are now included in that man's life, those bills multiply. So I don't really understand where you're coming from when you're saying that he would have to pay bills regardless if you're there or not. You are an added expense. And again, he is paying all the bills.
Or
Where
at
is
the
your
least, you want to be an added expense.
My 80% hasn't changed for the modern woman today.
appreciation for that? But again, carry on.
When you get benefits from your job, I don't really get those benefits. You do.
We both
If
know
that
that's
is
not
com-
true. We don't even have to. I don't even know why she even said
when
that. out
we
of
in
her mouth.
divorce court, you are trying to take those benefits. And I'm saying this in a joking way, ladies, so don't be mad at me.
No, that's true. Not only do you get the benefits during the relationship,
No, I'm
but
sorry.
if y'all
They don't go
divorce, you go get half the 401k too.
That's the pension. They want the pension. They don't want the health insurance now. Oh yeah, he has a pension.
They might get 60% of the pension.
Oh gosh,
she lying.
I have pensions already.
Don't tell people that.
Oops.
These women that. Text gonna go off.
You got
hey,
pensions.
Chris, what you doing? I see you on your podcast.
You got some pensions?
You got a pension?
I got a pension. I got like a. Never mind. Let me be quiet. Shoot myself in the foot.
Correct. If you are actually a wife of a man that is receiving benefits, you are privy to those benefits. You are privy to his insurance. You're privy to his 401k.
That's basic.
You're privy to all of those things.
Nonsense.
So I, again, don't understand where you're coming from. But he is paying all of the bills.
You don't even have to be covered. Like if you went to court with that, like my husband got benefits and you his wife, you don't even have to be on the plan, low key. Like you still gonna win that order.
See what I'm saying? He literally is paying all of the bills. He's providing you with benefits.
And then they go raise.
Your check don't come to me.
They were raised
so therefore I don't.
deductible because you weren't on the benefits, and then guess who gonna have to pay the high ass deductible because you wasn't on the plan. Like man,
Give a damn about how much you work.
Now, while his hard-working check may not come in your name as it should not, you are still benefiting from his money. He is providing a roof over your head. He is providing food on your table. He is providing you and him a lifestyle that you would not have if he was not paying all of your bills. So I don't understand your quarrel, but go ahead.
Because you was working before and you're going to be working after you met me. I don't care how much you work. A hard-working man is nothing for me.
I don't have nothing. I don't have
work
nothing
hard
to
with
say.
or without me.
You rewinded it. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything.
So let me get this straight. You said a hardworking man is nothing for you. A hardworking man that pays all the bills is nothing for you. So what type of man is for you?
I mean, because that's like the premium edition, right? Is it something else better than that? If he buy a better model,
if he don't have to work at all, but he's coming in, I don't know.
That's the best model.
We have some more comments in
It's like she like the top of the top. The best car don't mean nothing. The best house, the mansion don't mean nothing. Then what you like? What you want to live in?
Okay. So I'm going to down my 80%. Because I don't think every woman is ridiculous like this. So I'm good.
It's disheartening for men because she's talking about the top ain't nothing. So the average gotta be garbage.
So maybe what it was is that she's thinking about that Kobe Bryant commercial when they had the pyramid and then Kobe stuck the other triangle on the top.
Wait.
And then start the process all over again. Maybe it's that.
A hard-working man. This is the totality of what I've heard so far. A hard-working man who provides everything, has benefits, brings home the check. None of this stuff counts. none of it is of any consequence to this young lady here. Because you know what? You would have to do it even if you didn't have me. That's her excuse. That's her reasoning. That man. All right. So anyway, let me calm down. First in the comments, Bridget the Gap says first woman finally started dating a guy that has an actual job. She don't understand how the game works. I would agree. She don't understand. Is that it though? That she just doesn't understand, or does she understand but can just say bullshit and nobody is gonna check her on?
I'm like how she's saying it with emphasis. I think that she's
dating out of her league. Ungrateful doesn't cover it. Man, look.
I'm not in this. I'm listening.
You gotta be in it, yo. Look, you got this woman. Is she on the screen right now? No, she ain't. She's not on the screen. Can I bring her up? Oh my God. You got this one. You got this one telling you that no matter how hard you work, how much you make, how much you can provide for her, yourself, everybody in the household, none of that matters.
And it's true. It's true.
You finna set me off in this piece, Chris.
It's true.
I'm gonna let you talk.
This is why it's true. Because, like I said before, in episode 2 or episode 3, which I feel like is going to be one of our most successful episodes, when I talked about thousandaire versus a millionaire. So basically, obviously, there's going to be more thousandaires versus millionaires. This is how it's set up. But basically, it doesn't matter. She's talking about it, period. And so what happens, and what I think, because men are in that 10%, because 10% is 10%. Anything
you mean
out,
the 10% like men who make
the 100K plus aren't accepted at all. So what this woman is saying is true, because that's how these women feel.
Clarification on that. What you mean not accepted?
Huh?
What do you mean they're not accepted?
Because think about it. There's some. I'm not gonna say every woman is trash and every man is trash. Like, there's some women that probably got a hardworking dude in their life. Yeah, he's probably not making that much money, but does that make him unqualified to be a good guy because he's not meeting the 10% requirement? Like, there's some dudes that's out here really huffing it, and that's the energy that they're getting.
That would be 90% of dudes, right?
No, and it's true.
Because the other half of the 10% is the 90. That's almost everybody.
Like, guys are in that. I don't want to talk about my personal business and stuff like that, but I was in a situation very similar to that. And this young lady, I don't even want to. No. I'm not scared. This is what makes the show interesting. Okay, I'm gonna just give it really short, sweet, and simple, kind of. No. I have to.
Because it's too bad to address.
No, it's not. No, I'm over it. Okay. I'm not bitter about it.
Okay.
And it is no shot to her, because she wasn't educated. That's how I looked at it. But in my previous situation, or the previous relationship, I'll say that, and I provided that. She didn't have to pay for it. Nothing. Literally nothing. When I mean nothing. I paid the rent. I had 4 cars, bank accounts, benefits, the whole 9. You got to stay home with the children and nurse them. Yes, I know. But I'm giving people the clues here, right? And
bring the energy down. You be
no. I'm good. No. I'm so serious. I'm so good. And that's exactly how I felt. That was the energy I came home to. And I made $52,000 a year.
It's not enough.
I know. And that's and then it was.
Do you think, all right, in that same situation, do you think if you had upgraded, like say throughout that situation, y'all were stayed together and you got to 150?
No.
Because you think it would have changed?
No. Because see, what has happened is that, in my opinion, people, I'm not going to just throw it just on women entirely, but people are taught not to be appreciative. See, it's a manipulative, when you think about it, it's a manipulative mindset. Because when the person is not feeling appreciated, what does the person naturally do? More. And what does the other person do that's not appreciative? They just sit back and complain more. So it's like this. The scale never goes up. I've dealt with a person like that, and I seen that, and I felt just like how you're kind of saying. It was like, maybe I need to do something. Maybe I need to reinvent myself. Maybe I need to make some more money. Maybe I need to do this. Everything started with an I.
Like I'm being part of the problem, right? I'm saying, and you say you make it 50, and I'm like, do you think it would have fixed it to make 100?
Because the only reason why I know that it's true, because once upon a time, I've made with the same person, I was at 36,000. In the very next year, I went up to 52.
So
the very next year, I went up to 58. And every single year, I'm putting myself through these.
$20,000 more didn't mean nothing.
And I'm putting myself through these mental courses in my head to reinvent myself as a man every single year, which I feel like men should still do that regardless.
Let's move on from Chris's story.
You know, but you don't know. And I'll be done in a sec. Okay. You know, because we have a comment here and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that, like, now people, this goes for both sides. Manipulation is the most powerful mutant power on earth.
Mutant power, use that.
I use that to really specify.
I'm getting a soundboard next week.
Like,
I'm having a soundboard next week, so I can press the button on Chris.
Like, manipulation is a very powerful tool because you're dealing with somebody's mental psyche. The mind controls everything. Your heart and mind can be in two different places. Which one are you going to follow? Because your heart can be saying no, but your mind's like, I got to do it.
I will follow my mind.
Exactly, because your heart might guide you in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Because
when you say heart, when people say heart, that's their emotion, right? It might be what you're going through. But you know what the word I like to use, principle. Principle is all mind and logic. So if I can ignore my emotion and follow my principle, then I think I'll be all right.
That's how most men think.
All right.
And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. That's actually...
I think that's what we mean when we say women are more emotional. I think women hear it as men don't have emotions. We're not emotional. But I think if you want to be a man in your greatest purpose, then you follow your principle.
Well, sometimes your emotion can, because men are more emotional than women are,
and that fixes a lot of problems that y'all want to fix too. It fixes like problems that we with the thinking with the lower head. That's an emotional thing, right?
Yeah.
So your principle can override that. Your principle can say, no, sit your down right now. We not going to go out into these streets and.
Well, we got some.
Anyway. Right.
Yeah, so I'm done rambling. I'm looking at the comments here.
So the comments we got from Randy K. Is Chris referring to a broke mindset, knowledge, and how to handle money? Were you? That would be a question for you.
I don't think it's a broke mindset. I think it's a broken cycle of not being taught the right thing. You know what I mean? Like I have nothing against people that are on the county. or some type of assistance. But when you do the history,
when you incentivize bad behavior, then you just get more
yeah,
of it.
and it's like your great grandmother was on it, your grandmama was on it, your mama was on it, you on it, your daughter that's 18, you telling her to get on it. You know what I'm saying? It's like whoa. So in the same system of appreciation, that's taught, you know, and it carries with you.
Yeah.
Like racism. Racism is a taught thing as well.
You know what's interesting about that? Do you think marriage is then a taught thing?
Yes.
What you're
marriage
saying is broken relationships are taught?
Yes.
So is marriage taught or
it used to be.
No,
it's not anymore. Because it want it's like
that's I'm wondering, because if you say marriage isn't taught anymore, then of course they're gonna fail.
It's not taught.
But there are successful marriages.
Yeah, like okay. So what's the successful marriage in the modern day right now? What do those two people got to do?
Stay together.
No. They got to do what? Get the what?
You tell me. Oh no, that's the idea of it. Get the bag.
And that's totally wrong.
I think so too. I don't think that's necessary.
But it's taught that.
But then we would be taught like if two people aren't getting the bag but just have average living, it's better.
Yeah, what's wrong with average living?
Nothing. Most people average is just the median. That's what it means in general. Average is gonna exist. Is gonna be what's regular, what's normal. What most people.
But see nothing. But see that's not taught. It's taught to be more, or it's taught to be something different.
Like the average. Like here's an example. The average between 1 and 10 is 5.
Mm-hmm.
That's all average means is that you fall in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Most people are gonna fall in the middle. You don't want to be the person that falls close to 1.
Cause see, like absolutely,
you might want to be the person that falls closer to 10, or you might not.
Yeah.
But what is going to happen for the majority is that they fall between somewhere around.
Because see,
5.
when you think about it, like what's a foreign language today when it comes to relationships, marriage? That's a foreign language now. No one wants to get married. Everybody wants to have what? Options.
Oh, snap.
Everybody wants an option. And that's taught over time. And it might be taught in a bad. It might be taught in a negative way. Yeah, you know, once a boy becomes a man, and then it's like if he gets kind of like that little, you know.
Look at Randy K and Bridging the Gap agreeing in the comments. Randy has a book recommendation. How to Win Friends and Influence People. How to win?
I don't read books.
Come on, Chris.
I don't.
How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. I've heard of it, haven't read it, so I'll take that recommendation. We'll see what we get to. And Bridget the Gap says,
she read it.
Bridget the Gap says, great book, teaches on interactions.
I don't want to put her government out there, but that's my unicorn right there. Because she like
if you in your 20s, I would say read Robert Greene, 48 Laws of Power.
So wait.
If you above 30, then I feel like you graduated from that book.
Am I the only person that hasn't read a book ever in his life?
Probably. Because I don't know what you're talking about.
I've only read 2 books in my life. 2.
I don't know what that's about.
Introduction to Nursing CNA, Introduction to Nursing Licensed Nurse. That's the only 2 books that I read.
To read that you must read. But yeah, I think you should. I feel like I need to read more. I casually read. I need to make reading a primary hobby to me. I think so.
I'm staring at the visible camera here. That I don't want to.
That's just how I feel personally. I need to read more and make it a personal hobby. You know, to each his own. I don't know what works for you.
No, I'm She gonna chew me to bits and pieces. She gonna be throwing books at me now. Oh, you don't read? You got homework now, along with what you got going on. You can read this too. But okay, let's see how this end cap. 36 seconds. Let's see how she does. I like Amber at 36 seconds. McGrady scored like 14 points.
She could burn down the whole internet in 36 seconds from how she talked.
Let's hear.
So you basically said, even though he's a hardworking man and pays all the bills, you still don't do anything for them. What are you bringing to the table? It can't just be your looks and your vagina, because everybody has one of those. What are you bringing to the table? And what actually do you think that you are deserving of? As a mother of 2 sons, I dare a woman like you to try to walk into their lives. It's not happening. In fact, I have a feeling that you are going to be single for the rest of your life. Good luck.
Ouch. That stung.
I don't think she'll be single for the rest of her life, but I think she'll be single and not single in a cycle.
She'll follow that weird thing that really, Charmaine, you read that too?
But that's a great book as well. I think she's talking about 48 Laws of Power is a great book.
I think that it'll fall under the thing that I say, single but not available.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I Maybe in a relationship that's on and off,
yeah.
But nobody ever makes a move to do anything.
Not even that. Like you get put in that slot.
She might be. You know what would be bad on both ends? She might get in a relationship with an actual good dude who just gets stuck. Like, who does she have two? Like, did she say she had kids?
No. The young lady that was quoting said she has 2 kids.
I hope she doesn't have kids, because a good dude could get stuck with that.
Unfortunately, I have no comments on that. I'm ready.
I was actually thinking about how I wanted to move with my next comment, because I remember what we talked about before. So it's like, I just hope that. I think every time she enters a relationship, she needs to show this video to.
Ouch.
That's what she said it out of her own mouth.
So what you're saying? So what you're saying is that everyone needs an ingredient chart.
Nah, it's like when you.
I'm being funny.
When you get a job, they make you watch orientation videos. She needs to include. She needs to include this as part of her orientation when she enters into a new relationship. She needs to be like, all right, sit here at this desk, watch these videos. This is what I think. And the men gotta watch.
That will be funny.
There should be a little quiz after.
We should make that. We should make that one day. Like, let's make some introduction videos, like what we want, like about us.
Are
and
you
like
entering a new relationship?
So this is what I require. This is what I want. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Like, you're gonna do what I say. That's it. That's all. Nothing else. You're gonna do this. Then I'm acting. So
yeah,
they ain't Chris for real. So I am ready for the dessert. You've been ducking and dodging it. Go on and just put a snippet of it up.
I haven't been ducking and dodging.
You're first too. You're up.
Anyway, if you are just two things. This is the last time I'm gonna tell you this though. If you're just getting here or if you've been here, hit that like button. It helps us in the algorithm. Hit the share button.
Thank you.
Helps us in the algorithm. Hit the subscribe button, because we like to have more members in our mind. Hit the notification bell, because it lets YouTube know to bother the fuck out of you when we go online. Every time we go live, YouTube will be like, hey, America's Mind's going live right now. Pop up on your phone. America's Mind's going live right now. That's what that notification bell means. It helps us in the algorithm, and it lets you know when we're doing our thing. So you won't be late like Bridging the Gap was. And then for those of you who are previously not aware, we are doing a tip-a-thon. We are not asking for grips of money. You see our top tipper is Randy. She went above and beyond.
Hey.
But before Randy, our first tipper was...
Miss Yvette.
Was Yvette? Yeah, Yvette. Where's
Yvette?
Where did Yvette's tip?
I think she did $5. Shout out to that.
There you go.
Shout out to
so we had
her.
Yvette tip $5. Look,
thank you so much again.
One of our favorite Hive Mind members. Then we tipped ourselves $1. And then another one of our, does JD count as a Hive Mind member? And then Jabari Williams tipped us another $5. Got us in there, so we got to 11. And then Randy came through. Randy came through with the stunt and tipped us 20, and now she's our top tipper. We're not asking you to match any of what they did. We just want a dollar bill, y'all.
I'm getting some suggestions to look, I put my foot in my mouth. I said maybe I guess I need to do some reading.
The Gap still trying to get you to read books.
Now your wife is. She just sent that.
Oh yeah, that's okay. Dang. I wouldn't have put that up if I knew it was her.
No, it's all to the good. No,
I agree with that suggestion. If you just don't like the tediousness of reading, then Audible is great because sometimes the people who wrote the book read it to you. That's the best one.
Okay.
I like listening to those when that's the case.
Okay.
Like one book that was like that was Michelle Obama's book. Who else? Trevor Noah's book. They both read their. I was interested in hearing her read her book.
You know what's crazy is that I want to write.
Let me plug. This is my last plug. If you are interested in Audible, there's a link down in our description that goes to Amazon. It says something like our channel supported by Amazon. Click the Amazon link, and if you sign up for Audible after clicking that link, you are also supporting the channel. Or if you buy anything after clicking that link, you are also supporting the channel. So either way, go down into the description, click all the Amazon links that we have, even if it's one of them that involves the equipment that we use. Like we have the mics on there, the cameras on there. Even if you click on one of those, it helps the channel out by if you later purchase things, because I have to make it aware that we are an Amazon affiliate. That's also down in the description.
All right, no problem. Shout out to Amazon.
Anything else you'd like to add to that?
No, I was just going to say that it's funny because I actually want to write a book myself.
Yeah, I know you do.
Maybe I should.
You should definitely be encouraging a culture of readers since you want to write a book. All right, so next.
Gee, like they use the N word, like hard R.
Nah, let's go on to. Oh, that is right. Our actual next dessert, we can't actually show anything.
You don't even. Tiffany Haddish says she's deeply regrets acting.
We can't actually show anything about our next dessert. So let me present it in word form.
Can you at least just do a freeze picture?
All right. So while I do that, can you say what we're gonna talk about?
I don't know the logistics of this, but of like the who's involved like that.
I'll fill in that. Just
okay, but basically, we got a possible shakedown that's been going on. That's the wording that I've been hearing, and it's getting a lot of stirring up a lot of different things and a lot of different angles. So it did start off with some comments by a comedian regarding an artist, and then it was maybe a clapback from an artist, and
that's bubbling right now.
And so something else then crept up.
And Tiffany Haddish.
Okay,
you know what? I was just informed about this today.
Yeah,
not that it was going on, but what was actually happening.
Yeah, I just got filled into it today.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a bigger issue. But what I think is happening, I think Aries Spears recently got into some trouble calling Lizzo a big girl and saying what he had to say about her. And so now he's finding himself in the crosshairs. And so this is what, when you're in the crosshairs, they're going to bring up something, right?
Yeah.
We're going to get something on you. And I think this is the thing they got.
This is one of the things
that's just what the situation is.
that sucks with the internet, if I could say that. Because whatever you put up, it could always be dug up and brought out and surfaced. And I'm not saying this in a taboo type of way, but, you know, things could be used against you or with you, you know, and that's the unfortunate.
Okay. So I'll describe the situation a little bit. So recently, I guess Aries Spears was... No, let me just say it straight up.
Okay, look, it's showing there.
What's that?
That's us streaming. That's what it's showing.
Oh, is it on there?
Yeah, it's showing your.
Oh,
showing your.
Yeah, I need to get rid of that. I could actually use that. That's good.
Yeah, because I don't know if it froze, but yeah, it's just showing your desktop layout.
Yeah, so basically, Aries Spears got caught in a situation where he had filmed a skit about 10 years ago that portrayed him as the creepy uncle. The creepy pedo uncle. Like, we're all aware of that kind of situation, right? At least in whether we experienced it or heard about it or just know about it through cultural happenings. We know that the creepy uncle is a thing that it can happen. It's possible. It does happen to people, unfortunately. So he did a skit, I guess.
Like 2013, I believe.
Yeah, 2013, 2012. It seemed like the intention of the skit was to show this creepy uncle in a way. And we can both agree that it's not comfortable to look at. It's not a thing that...
Yeah, we stumbled on the actual... We got to see snippets. And I will agree with that pushing the envelope a little bit. I get it.
It's an uncomfortable topic in general.
I agree with that as well.
So, but him getting in trouble about it, I'm going to say that I don't agree with. And it's because, like, you know what? Like, sometimes uncomfortable topics need to be brought to the forefront. Sometimes we need to see or be uncomfortable to talk about some of the things that actually do happen that affect people. Because when I first heard about this, I heard about it in a way that this is what he's actually doing.
That's how I took on to it too.
Okay, so I finally, my bad for being distracted, but I finally got this picture brought up.
Yeah, we don't want any silliness, so we're
yeah, we couldn't play the video. So as you see, this is the character he plays in the video. Creepy uncle guy. And the other character, so what happens is there's a woman played by Tiffany Haddish who keeps dropping her son off with this, what do they call it? What's his name? Uncle?
I forgot.
Yeah, you know, with an uncle or so. We don't know. We don't know how his real uncles, but you know, culturally, sometimes people be uncles and they're not uncles, right?
Sometimes.
So I don't know what situation is. If it's a real uncle or if it's just her brother or whatnot. You know, some women be having brothers.
Yeah.
Or some women be having uncles to their kids that's not their brothers. It's, you know, I don't know what situation this is, but he plays this character. The woman played by Tiffany Haddish drops the son off at his house a few times. The first time he's like, you know, looking through the newspaper, he has eye holes cut off. R. Kelly is playing. My body's telling me no, but you know, my mind's telling me no, but my body's telling me yes. He's looking at this kid. He's seeing, like, the kid is doing all kind of weird shit. Stuff that kids might actually do, but the uncle is interpreting
what he sees
as the kid doing sexual things, right? And so even talking about it is like a bit uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, because we have children ourselves. So,
yeah, so then you have the kid in the bathtub. The uncle's giving him a bath. He's rubbing lotion on his back. I guess the uncle falls in the bathtub. I say I guess because it's kind of hard to find these videos in full to see what actually happens in context. But that's the gist of it. And then at the end of the video, it says, text come up, don't leave your kids with anybody. And so, okay, you know what? It is difficult watching this video, but the message, I agree with. I gotta roll with the message. Don't leave your kids with anybody. Maybe this is uncomfortable because we need to see this. We need to talk about it. You should not be leaving your kids with anybody. Because these are the things that could happen. Maybe it is hard to look at. And I think his intention, at least, in releasing this content was saying, don't leave your kids with anybody. These are the things that can happen. Like, maybe you need to see what happens when you're not around. When your kid's hanging around at uncle's house in his underwear and you just think it's nothing. Maybe you need to be purposeful about who you know and who you leave your kids with. And that's the message I got from it. It's uncomfortable to watch. It's uncomfortable to talk about. I don't have any negative things to say about the people who created this imagery because I do think they're beneficial. And one of the other weird things, like, it seems like the people who have issues with this, like, I won't even say that because it's going to get political if I say it that way. But I think there are also other uncomfortable truths in society that people are totally comfortable talking with that I also think are necessary to talk about. For instance, like racism and slavery, uncomfortable truth. Some things about in those topics are hard to look at, but we need to see them. We need to see the imagery. And I just think this is one of those things that fits into an uncomfortable topic. Nobody wants to see an old creepy dude looking at a young boy in his underwear.
A young person, period.
Nobody wants to see that. But we have to understand that these things are reality. It's not fictional. It's not something that he made up and made a character about. It's a portrayal that happens too often. And there's situations where this happens and the mothers cover it up because they don't want to address it. Like, so we already know this topic is uncomfortable and why there's pushback about it. But I think it should be shown as plainly as possible that it's an actual thing that occurs in reality.
Like I think it was a stretch? I do agree with the video content that I did see, but basically from what I got from the video was that when a person's mind is set, especially like that, it doesn't matter what the person's doing, it's always going to be perceived a certain way. So I think that was what he was trying to capture in the video, because when he dropped the kid, when the child was dropped off, he was always in undergarments, which I don't think she dropped that kid off purposely like that. But because
it's a portrayal of how. Like, was he actually dropped off in undergarments, or did the creep see it?
That's how. And so basically, what he's saying is, in so many words, is that that's how these individuals think. Now, is it saying that he's like that? I think that's a stretch. And I think that's where it's getting misconstrued in real life. Oh, he did such a good job on this. He must be like that. No. We can only just imagine, because people that are like this don't have a reason. It doesn't take much to trigger.
This whole thing reminds me of that video that Kev dropped off in the chat. I don't want to say what it was.
Okay.
But it's basically a woman defending people that think like that. You remember that video?
Oh, yeah. And so
it's crazy, right?
And so now let's talk about the meat and potatoes of the video. Be careful who you leave your children with. Yes. See, as guardians, parents, right? We have to be the sole protector of our children, even from our own family members at times, unfortunately.
True.
Now, there's all type of abuse that children can be vulnerable to. It doesn't necessarily always have to be sexual. It could be intellectual. It could be physical. It could be mental. It could be verbal. Verbalization of abuse is probably bigger than sexual abuse. You know what I mean? And I don't want to go into scales and things like that. But, you know, as a parent, and with the message that I got is that you got to be very, very careful. Yes, the very people that you think won't do it will be the very people that will do it. Unfortunately, again, you know, so I get, was it a very powerful video? Yes. Was it? Some lines could have been maybe drawn up a little better. I agree. Yeah. But then we got to remember, though, too, in 2013 versus 2022.
It was a different time.
And yeah, exactly. Yeah, and so that probably wasn't taken or put under a microscope like that.
No.
You know what I mean? But it did raise an eyebrow. But what to put?
But I am glad this video came up. Whatever the purpose or the intention of it was, whether it was to dig some dirt in the Aries Spears, I'm glad that people. It seemed like not that it would have went viral or anything, but it seemed like this would have been a discussion 10 years ago when he put it out.
Yeah,
but it like because it took 10 years. And before it took him to call Lizzo fat before somebody was like, "Oh, you go call Lizzo fat? I got you." And to dig up anything just to have this discussion about content he was putting out 10 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why wasn't this an interesting topic 10 years ago?
I agree,
because like it's just the same things over and over. People cover these things up when they happen. Family members will know about them and just sweep it under the rug. Like, this is actual real things that happen to children. And we're more concerned about we're more concerned about how somebody looks while they're portraying a real thing in falsehood, while they're pretending or while they're acting out these situations. We're more concerned about the people acting them out to show that they exist than the actual
doing something about it.
Than the actual perpetrators, the people that are actually out here doing similar things.
Mm-hmm.
We're worried about these actors and comedians saying that these things
and that's unfortunate.
And this is what it looks like. I don't care about the skit to judge the people who made the skit. It doesn't. Like, I'll just accept the message, right?
And then again, and then to go to another concept where, you know, I guess there's something going on with the kid as an adult,
right?
There's something going on with that, and
which is a different subject.
It is.
I think that, but I think those things have to be handled more gently.
I do agree, but see, again, it falls under parenting. You can't ask for pushback now when you allow this as a parent.
Yeah. Because I think they said the kids are like 14 now and they feel traumatized from this experience.
And I'm not trying to challenge anybody's mental psyche on how they feel about this and stuff like that. But I'm
gonna challenge
you. But my thing is that
there's no way during the filming of this video this child was treated in such a way that they are the victim of the P word, the
see, this word. Is the difference too. But
we don't even know if these people are if they were in the same place. Like, he wasn't literally there in front of the child looking at him at a certain way. And
it could have been Photoshop. All of the above.
No,
you know
it's
what
not Photoshop. I've worked in video production. I would never shoot that congruent with each other. I would shoot him, and then I would shoot the child separate. Because you don't want the actual creep dude who's playing the creep in the same room. That's why you don't see double shots with them both in the same picture doing certain things.
Might be saving this guy's life.
I'm just saying.
Like, because you dibble dabbled in that profession. So and you know, that's something that I didn't think about as well. Because that does make more sense. Because my son is super bashful, like I am. Like, we couldn't pay Jordan the amount of money to change in front of me. You know what I mean?
I would assume they had a camera unmanned on a tripod with the kid and just was filming them doing kid shit.
I'm sure.
And then cut in the weird parts of it that the creep could then later react to, right? I would assume. I don't know. We just talking.
Yeah, we're just talking. Because it was brought to my attention. I thought it was very interesting.
But in general, I don't have any real issues with this clip.
No, it's a real life scenario.
It's a real life scenario. It was played out. It was acted out on camera. I agree that it's uncomfortable to
yes,
watch.
I agree.
Uncomfortable to talk about.
I agree.
We were watching it, I was like,
I kind of turn my because as a kid, it's kids. Yeah. Kids is the most sensitive subject matter. Period.
Yeah, very, very.
You know what I mean? So I totally agree how people can have concerns.
Yeah,
but the reality,
I think their concern should be refocused. Not on the skit, but on the reality.
But the reality is that it still falls on the parents that you got to make sure.
You were all right, this is what I'm gonna put you on the spot because you were talking about the mother in these scenes, and how she was behaving and dropping off her child.
Yeah, and and it's not to do a taboo, but it was like clearly she was dating. I just need somebody available. The daddy ain't available. My mama not available. Maybe she done exhausted. So it's like, you know what, here. And this is too common. Kids get dropped off all day long and mamas be doing whatever they gotta do. Sometimes not all silliness. You know what I mean? Just sometimes they gotta work, sometimes they gotta do, and these things can be brought up more in the categories that I share. It doesn't necessarily have to be just this one. This could be the worst one, but any one of the ones that I share is traumatizing. The verbalization is traumatizing. Imagine just getting cursed out all day. You're gonna have a weird type of perspective as you get older. You're gonna have a potty mouth. That's what they call it, right? Potty mouth. You're gonna have a potty mouth. You get that language from.
I find it weird that the things that we find uncomfortable to talk about. Like, there's a lot of traumatizing imagery that I see. Like I was a kid watching Boys in the Hood. Ricky running down that alley, dude pull up in the red.
I never walked in the alley after that
with the shotgun. Like those are things
real,
that
but
actually
really happen. Exactly.
And it's traumatizing imagery, but nobody's really uncomfortable talking about it.
Yeah.
But now we have the things involving, and I understand the dynamic changes, things involving children or stuff like that.
The part that
the imagery still needs to be shown. We need to feel uncomfortable and know that this is actual.
The part that
so you don't
sucks.
drop your kids off and just.
I'm gonna give you another fun fact, and this is the part that I hate about just like the past versus the future of things. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're familiar with Jurassic Park, right? The first one, classic. Now, remember when the T-Rex came in and broke through the glass?
Yeah.
Do you know that was a malfunction in the machine?
No, I didn't know that.
Yes. The machine, it wasn't supposed to go through.
It was just supposed to be.
It was supposed to stop.
Oh, that's crazy.
It went through. So the machine was malfunctioning, and those kids at that moment were really screaming because they're like, wait, hold on. We already afraid of this. This big thing. You're telling me it's not supposed to go through the glass. You told my parents ain't supposed to go through the glass. We just signed the contract, and this thing went through the glass, and it could have possibly seriously injured one of those kids.
Could have. Possible.
But was the best scene of the movie.
I see what you're saying.
And no rebuttal. Because we're living in a different era. I'm sure they handled that the way they handled that. But you don't hear I was friend my life 30 years ago. That machine could have. I hate how wimpy things become. It bothers me. You know, it's tiresome seeing it. It's repeated. It's repetitive. It's exhausting.
Virtue
and it's like
signaling has become a sport. People want to look good more than they want to be good.
I agree.
So it's like if you bring up a tricky topic, it's easier to be like, oh, I disagree with that. You know, like without any context.
And I just
did you know that Aries Spears played a pedo in this skit? Oh, I disagree with that. That is despicable.
So like if they're gonna do that,
then actually analyze what's going on and have an opinion.
Like okay, like The Color Purple. Do you know personally for a long time I hated Danny Glover.
You thought he was really
I hated him. And I was like, man, when he did the whoopee and that, I hated him.
Oh, yeah.
I hated him. Because that role that he played was so good. Yeah. The way he played it, it was like, man, F this dude, man. In all movies until Lethal Weapons came out, I'm like,
that
okay.
Movie had that effect on a lot of people. I think it spread. Like I think the character Mr. is a very not minuscule. I think he's a small section of men in that time. But if you ask women today, they'd be like, I'm not going back to that time. So you could be like Mr. Like I think it traumatized
exactly. Like you know what I mean?
Like, nobody else in that.
I hated him behind that. Because I thought he did such a marvelous job with that movie.
Nobody else in that whole Color Purple world was Mr. It was just him. Yeah. Everybody else was Harpo was getting beat by his wife, but everybody else was just normal.
Yeah, I hated that movie. I hated him behind that.
Him, but everybody took that and Mr. is like, I think he's a Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers level villain, and people don't talk about it.
All day. Same thing with Lawrence Fishburne with
what's that got to do with it? Yep.
Hated him. I see him as like, F that dude, bro.
That's true.
He beating on Tina.
I think we should talk about that. The effects of movies and culture.
Yeah, that could be a good.
People take these villains from movies and whatnot and multiply them to.
But you're not getting no FBI siege coming in there trying to do
crazy that
some
the FBI
silly stuff.
Has stepped into this situation. I forgot to even bring that up. Why is the FBI investigating a comedy skit? Not the FBI.
Because you got that 10 or 20% that's louder than the 80% that's pushing it.
If you really want this investigated into.
Look,
FBI, bro.
When there's other. I want you guys to do this, okay? On your own time. If you have Alexa or you have Google.
Get her started. You listen. Look.
Don't
say her name.
All right. If you have something like that, I want you to Google search or Bling, whichever one you use, and see how many children come up missing a year. And trust me, the FBI, and I don't mean to talk about the Federal Bureau of Investigation, have bigger fish to fry. Way bigger. I'm not saying that this is not important.
It's not Federal Bureau of Investigation.
But they have bigger fish to fry, because when you guys look up those numbers, you are going to be like, what? You're going to be ecstatic. You're going to be like, are you serious? And you're going to see that number nationwide,
with
right?
The same values as me.
Beat a lot of different things. So
you don't even know why
no, because we don't know who.
I just don't like. I understand that it's maybe some recognition need to be brought. I do agree on that, but at this type of level, I don't agree on that. And yeah, so I want you guys to do your homework on that. And they got bigger fish to fry. You know.
Hey, what's up, y'all?
especially like we actually did stumble and got to see the actual video without the picture.
Go watch the video,
Was there a line? It was really on the line. Was it uncomfortable from parents' perspective? Yes. From human people itself, yes.
But even when I first started watching it, I got what this was what was going on.
No, absolutely.
Was going to be.
No, absolutely.
I already knew what the message was off top because it wasn't something that was glorifying this person.
Yeah,
it made him seem like a creep. We already knew that this was the villain of the story.
No, absolutely, from the jump. And basically, what they're saying is that just be careful. Because there's people like that. They don't have to necessarily be your family member. You know what I mean? They could be anybody. Exactly.
Just be careful about who you leave your kids around. I mean, everybody. Don't be paranoid, but at least vet these people. Don't drop your kids off at people's house that you kind of know, barely know.
Yeah, like Mike.
Know the history of your family members, and if you can't, you know what I think happens. I think honorable family members be like, "I'm not watching your kid," and then it'd be the ones that be like, "Yeah, I'll watch him." And then they'd be like,
that's the thing, and the reason why I think that it's like kind of like a rebuttal because it's so loosely done nowadays.
Yeah,
because
people have to look at themselves in the mirror, especially people who whose kids this might have happened to. Now you got to be like,
I will talk about it. I won't say names at all.
No. We're not doing that. Anyway.
No. I'll leave.
We're not doing that at all.
No details.
I cannot. Nope. I can't let you put yourself in that situation.
Okay, I'll say this. I promise you, it won't make me cancel. When I got the details of the event, I blame them.
The person.
Yes.
Okay.
They were mad at as they should, but I said, "Well, hold on, pimp. Why did you do that? Well, who you mean me? They didn't get there themselves. They didn't drive there. They didn't bike there. They didn't walk there. They didn't fly there. You put them there.
Hey.
Why?"
I understand what you mean,
and I'm done.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like maybe this puts a mirror in front of some people that, even if nothing happened, that maybe have still took that risk.
So now the young lady, what's her name?
Tiffany Haddish.
So why? Now how is she twisted all into this? Is it because she just partaked in it?
Because everybody's twisted in it because they participated in it.
Oh,
that's the whole thing. Because the thing was made, everybody's looked at shady, and I'm like, I feel like this should have been made. Now, I said something that is very going to be very controversial on the internet. I think this should be shown in classrooms, and I'm super careful about classrooms. I think kids need to be uncomfortable about being. I think they need to be shown that all adults ain't about their well-being.
I'm gonna piggyback on that. I got a funny story, but when you're done.
Yeah, I think kids should be aware that they are in danger when they get dropped off at their uncle's house sometime. I think they should at least be aware that a danger is there. Now, that might make kids paranoid, but a good uncle or cousin or brother is gonna prove his.
He got it in the world. Yeah,
his actions are going to speak louder. The kid's going to realize he has nothing to worry about in front of this person. But they do need to be aware that there are people like that.
Yeah, like it's funny you said that about the schooling. To piggyback on that, I think 10th grade was it? No, 11th. Sex education, and when we were talking about it, it was all giggly. The even as adults, it's tickly. You know what I mean? We talk about sex education. When I was in nursing school, we talked about it. It was like tickly, laughing and giggling and crap. Yeah. And they show pictures. It shows pictures of what this stuff looked like.
Yeah.
And to this day,
when you were younger.
To this day, them bitches bleed image in my head still. And I'm like, man, bump that
mean
up.
the pictures of the
of what it looked like, yeah. So
when
they
you
show
when you get burned.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So they showed those pictures, and it was no warning. It was like, hey, y'all not going.
It's similar. It's not comfortable to look at, but
Yeah.
that's what you need to see. You need
And
to
everybody's
see these pictures.
peeking. Hey man, look. I ain't had that journey.
A lot of the truest things about society are hard to look at, hard to discuss.
But you know what? That made sure I made sure. For sure. Now, I wasn't going down that journey.
Yeah.
I said, oh no. It looked like that?
Those pictures saved a lot of people.
I said, wait. That's supposed to be this. No, that don't look like that.
Because saying the word, saying syphilis don't sound as bad as seeing it. You know? Or whatever it could be.
Hey, you pick up a good nursing book, 'cause we got to go over that stuff too, you know, and it ain't pretty.
I'm not looking at none of your nursing book. I don't like seeing that stuff. All right, y'all. I feel like this was a good show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have no.
Any last thoughts?
You know what? I think that we covered a lot of it. I am in agreement that this needs to be talked about. Yes, it was, you know, yeah, it could have did without, but with some stuff. Now, I'm not going to say in general. I said the video needed to be made and created. Maybe there was some weird angles. Yes, I didn't agree with. But then even when you broke it down from that part that, hey, he just was sitting there in a room like this.
Yeah,
and the kid was literally right there. Like, nah, they created the situation. Because I'm sure from a parent's perspective, especially mother at that with a son, you know what I mean? Like,
in that situation, when your kid's gonna portray this kind of role, you probably want to keep them like void.
Yeah, you don't want. Yeah, you don't.
Happening, and you want to be present. And I'm sure both of those things happen.
No, absolutely. So, you know, because I'm sure all that was underlined and ironed out.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's probably like, as the actor, and it's like, hey, no, I'm not gonna be literally gawking. Actually, I'm looking at a green screen and they're cutting and pasting this.
If we just be honest, if you watch the video, the kid's too comfortable doing what he's doing.
No, absolutely.
You can tell he's like nobody's being invaded on his face. He's being a freaking kid, not worried about being creeped.
And people gotta realize how big those sets are. Them sets got like 70 people walking around. So, you know, come on.
It's just so easy to put a camera on a kid and be like, do kid stuff. We'll be back. And just leave record on for 15 minutes. And you're just going to get some of those shots, yo, because kids are goofy. But anyway.
I'll be curious on the comments in next week.
Do I
have any special comments regarding me?
Probably, but I didn't bring them up. I'm pretty sure. 'Cause it's been deep in the comment section. So,
well, I might one day we gotta just have a comment section segment one day.
Yeah, I think Chris's comments is a future segment that we're gonna have often. And I'm getting the soundboard for all of Chris isms. Every time he say scientific fact, we're finna have a sound for it. We finna set it off for all the Chris isms. Thank you for joining us for your show. This is the absolute last time I'm going to tell you because the show's ending. If you've been here, hit the like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so YouTube can bother you every time we go online. Thank you for joining us. If you'd like to participate in our tipathon, as you can see up ahead, our top tipper is Randy. We are at $31. We're trying to get to 100 by the end of September. It's not asking for a lot. We just ask for a dollar bill, y'all.
Yeah. And thanks in advance.
Find the link that says support the channel, tip us, And if you click on that link, it'll go to an easy page where you can either use your credit card or use PayPal to send the channel $1, and the support, super appreciated.
Oh yeah, and I just want to add, and I'm not like doing like brown nosing or anything like that, but just again, just for the people that are coming out on a regular basis, even the ones that are first timers, people subscribing, commenting, watching the content later on in the week, things like that. We definitely appreciate you guys. So I always want to forever be thankful and humble for that. So. The page is progressing, and it's all thanks to you guys. So, and Mr. Williams as well. He does the tech stuff. I just show up. You know what I mean? I don't do nothing. I'm just
and
a guy.
I know we've been kind of missing on the clips in on this last week, but we are back this week. Y'all go get 3 clips this week, maybe 6. I don't know. Y'all go get clipped out this week.
Just want to always just thank you guys. For just coming in here, hanging out with us, and all that wonderful stuff. So thank you. All
right, thank you for joining the show. I'm Jamal Williams.
I'm Christopher Barris.
And we are America's Mind.